which they call as the families of the models. Okay.
Fine, madam.
There are 4 families. One family is the information processing family. Here, they will aim at the information processing ability of the student. These abilities will be developed if we follow these family of models. The
Good.
second one is the personal models. Okay. These personal models will aim at the personal development of a personal ability or the personality of the child. Okay. One model which is there under this is the synetics model. This model aims at developing mainly the creativity. Okay. There are certain steps which are involved there. We have to follow that. But the teacher has to put in efforts because so I take an example of syntax. She has to identify metaphors. Suppose I am teaching a volcano, let me say. Okay. So teach a volcano, I have to, or I am teaching an atom.
Yeah.
I will have to think of something similar which the student already knows. Let me say he knows the solar system.
Yeah.
So I will take that as a metaphor and then give a comparison of atom and a solar system. Okay, so that he will easily understand the structure of the atom, maybe the function, the placement of the nucleus, electrons revolving, all this. Okay, the orbit. So it's like that. And then he will start identifying the similarities and differences between them. Okay, there are different steps involved. Okay,
fine.
So this is how the models are used. They are aim based.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
So any other questions regarding the last session? Now at the end, if time permits, I will take another example of this O labs where an English lab is being used. Okay.
Okay, thank you, madam.
That would be fine, madam.
Yeah, that we will take in the end, because in the beginning I want to give you one. I told you that EXE authoring tool. I don't say that you will learn the whole tool today, but I just want to show you, because normally teachers have this thing that as teachers we are not software professionals, and then they say that we cannot develop an authoring tool, we cannot develop blended learning material, okay, all this. But there are certain tools which are available, which makes it very easy for the teachers, being a common man, okay, without knowing any software, having any software knowledge, we can use this tool to develop e-content or digital content. It can be interactive. It can be given online to the student. We can e-publish it in the form of a book. We can put it on a website of our own. Okay, every facility is available in this. So I will start with this. Okay. No, we were dealing with blended learning.
That would be of great help, madam.
Yeah. And then if you have a laptop, you can just connect to the internet and keep it aside you. And then as I show, even you can start doing with me.
Okay,
madam.
Okay. So the challenges when we are giving blended learning for a teacher is, first of all, how to design it. Because as a teacher, maybe I will not like the one which is already designed by somebody. Okay. Last time you asked me what a rubric is. Okay. So I want to, another content may not have used rubric. I want to evaluate a student on the base of a rubric. I want to introduce it in the content. So how will I design it? So how do I manage the roles and responsibilities of the teacher? How to create this? We know it is a limitless learning experience when we are going for a blended learning. I told you about universal learning design. What is a universal learning design? It is a lesson plan or a learning content which we are giving in such a way that one particular material cater to the needs of all types of children. I told you it is individual learning styles the students will have. Somebody wants to learn by hearing to it. Somebody wants to learn by seeing it. Somebody wants to do an activity and learn because they have that dominant learning style. There is a hearing impaired child in the class. So I want to cater to him. We know we are in an inclusive setup now when we have come to the National Education Policy 2020. All the schools are inclusive schools. Every child has to be put in a nearby typical normal school. So every teacher should be able to create a lesson plan and then render her learning experiences to the students in such a way that she will cater to all types of students. So how to create such a limitless, seamless learning experience? Okay. and how to meet the expectations of all these children. But all this should be cost effective without much expenses on the part of the educational institutions or on the part of the teacher herself. So how to control the costs? To answer or to cater to all these challenges, we have an answer that we can use certain blended learning authoring tools, okay, which is called the blended learning platform we can use. And such tool, one authoring, there are numerous. One authoring tool which is very easy to use is this EXE learning. Okay, this is a tool which can be used to design and develop a digital content through blended learning material. Okay, the one thing here which I would like to conclude here is one size does not fit everybody. Okay, so you cannot say that I give this teaching, it has to fit to everybody. My teaching has to cater to diverse needs of students from diverse backgrounds. Okay, their culture may be different, the language may be different, their learning styles may be different, their abilities, interests, motivation level, everything is different for every student. So my learning material has to fit to everybody. Okay, so this is where I go on to this EXE learning. So this is a tool which is used for creation of digital content. You might have been heard of developing of e-content. This government is funding for this digital content if we are ready to develop such e-content for the government. NCERT also is giving emphasis on this. So what is this EXE learning? I will first take up a little theoretically for some time, and then we will actually go on. Okay. By that time, you can do one thing. If you're open with your laptops, just go to the internet, okay? Go to Google and then type this EXE learning, okay? And then once you type this, there is one download EXE learning. Download the app, okay? EXE. Yes, EXE learning. Let me try to show it to you also. 1 second.
E for
You are seeing this, it is EXE. Okay.
EXE learning 2.5, is it?
Yeah, you can. I will show you on this thing also.
Hello.
Hello. 1 second. You could download it.
Madam, EXE learning.
Huh.
There are so many are there. Madam, which one should we
Download. There is one for download, you see. Could you?
EXE learning template download, madam?
Not the template actually. 1 second. I will try to download it so that you can.
I think it is for Microsoft Windows we have to download.
Yes, for Microsoft Windows. If it can be downloaded even on Linux also.
Linux also.
Madam, there is install version ready to run.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Give the install version so that you can work online even afterwards.
Excuse me, hello. You can send link on URL also.
Yeah. 1
That
second.
is easy, ma'am.
Wait.
Easy, ma'am.
I will send you the link.
Ma'am. If you send a link, ma'am, that's all
Yeah.
easy to all, ma'am.
Yeah. It's there.
Chat
here in
box,
this PPT.
in chat box, you please send it, ma'am.
No, it's that slide also is there. We will go with the slide only.
Play Store.
ना बारा तो डाउनलोड होता है डाउन
Madam, it is 86.2 MB.
One second. I will just share this to you. See, you see this? http
Yes.
yes madam. Yes, ma'am.
exelearning.org/ okay. You can download it here. Could you download? After you download, it will ask for installation. Okay.
It's downloading, madam.
Yeah. Install it. Because once you can go online also, but once you install it, even if you are offline, that is one advantage of this tool. Even if you are offline and not connected to the net and you do not have internet, you can use this and develop your material. Okay.
Okay, okay. Good.
So install it.
Folder releases photos.
Once you download and install it on your desktop, you just see this.
It is showing download exe. We
Yes,
can go with
download.
that, ma'am.
Yes, download.
Madam, can we use it in mobile phones, smartphones?
No, you have to have a laptop.
Okay, madam.
There are
Madam,
different
log in.
functions.
Madam, log into SlideShare to download.
No, don't go for SlideShare. Just go for the website which I showed you. Okay. Whichever is showing exe download, give the download. It will download. It will just take a few seconds, that's all. Anybody who is able to download it?
Yes, ma'am. I downloaded, installed
Yes,
also.
madam.
Yeah.
I am also installing.
Yeah.
I
I
am
will
also
just
installing.
try to show it here. Wait.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
It's asking keep me updated. Is it right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
See, I have just given a search here. You're able to view this?
Yes,
EXE
ma'am.
learning download.
Yes,
I just give that. See, it is showing me this. Here I go for this downloads or download exelearning.net. I can go for this also. I just give a download here. For me, it may not because it is already downloaded. See here, this opens. This is the screen which will open. If yours is a Microsoft Windows, normally because we work on the Windows operating system, choose this install version here. Okay. See, there is a portable version also, ready to run version. Go for the install version because once it is installed on your laptops, you can use it even offline. Even if when you don't have an internet connection, you can prepare your own digital content and then put it later on the web. Okay. So go for this install version Microsoft Windows and then give install. Okay. Once you give install, it will run on your computer, and then I will show you what appears on your screen. See, this is the symbol of EXE. A shortcut of this will appear on your desktop. Anybody who has got this on the desktop?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I got.
Yeah. Once you install it, this will appear on your desktop. Okay. Now, until you keep doing it, I will just go with the theoretical background of this.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. By that time you can install, and then we will start working on it. So
Madam, EXE learning 2.5, madam.
Haudama, yes. So what is this EXE? It is a e-learning XHTML editor. Okay. So what do we mean by HTML? It is an extensible hypertext markup language. Okay. So it is, these first words of this have been taken. E-learning, the first word is E. XHTML, X has been taken. Editor is one E has been taken, and that is how it is EXE learning. Okay. It is an authoring environment where each teacher can become an author of a digital content. You create an environment that creates an environment for you where you can author, and it assists teachers, academics in the design, development, and publishing of web-based learning and teaching material. Okay. So what is it doing? It is assisting us teachers so that we can design a material of ourselves, develop, and also go for publishing of our learning and teaching material on the web also. It's very easy to do it. Okay. And it does not need you to become proficient in any HTML. HTML, that is, we need not know any hypertext markup language at all, or it is not very complicated. The web publication applications also we need not know. Okay. So easily every teacher can do this. What is this EXE? It is an application which is free for use. It's a very small program. It is open source. That is very important. Means it's free of cost. It's an open source. Anybody can use it. It is given as an open source. Then it is object oriented. You can run this on Windows, or even if you don't want to install it, you can run it on a CD-ROM without installing it also. This aims to provide an easy to use tool that will enable the teachers to publish professional looking web page. Means our own professional looking web page for learning. Okay. It is a tool, an authoring tool that will provide a professional web publishing capability that can be easily referenced or even imported by any learning management system. We know, might be, I don't know, by now you might have been hundreds of classes from these learning management systems like MOOC and all this may be handled. So any learning management system, you can just import this, whatever you develop, into a private web page or into any LMS also, to the MOOC web learning management system maybe, okay, and other learning management systems. Okay, it is COM compatible. Means it is a shareable content object reference model. This is this reference model here is something where there are certain specifications given so that you can easily transfer from one type of learning management system to another type of means you can take a small portion of this EXE and then put it into another web publication content also. Okay, so this is SCORM compatible also. Why do we prefer EXE? Okay, because this has been developed as an offline authoring tool. I told you, you just install it. After installing, even if you are not connected to the internet, you can start developing your content, okay, without the requirement for any connectivity. Now, this also has what we call the WYSI-WYG functionality. It enables users to see what the content will look like when you publish it online. So even before I publish it on the website or as an e-content book, it gives the functionality of this WYSI-WYG, means what it is, what you see is what you get. That is what is WYSI-WYG. Means I can preview this. And then this system where this allows the content to be edited in a form that resembles its appearance when it is printed or displayed as a finished product. This I will show you how it looks like once I develop. Even before I publish, I can see how it will appear to the student through my preview, okay? Before even I print it as a document, or before as I put it as a web page, or before I put it as a slide presentation, I can view how it will. That is what is the WYSI-WYG functionality which it has. Now, what all can you put in this digital content when you are developing blended learning material? You can put texts, you can put images, you can put movies, you can put YouTube videos, and then you can embed all of them here or give a URL so that they can directly connect it if they have a net. Web pages can be integrated, Flash presentations can be integrated. We have all these, mostly we use these tests, quiz, multiple choice questions, rubrics, as I said. Different types of activities can be incorporated where you can give a material, ask them to read and then answer the questions, give a feedback immediately to the student, give hints to the students. Okay, all this is possible when we go for EXE learning. So now what I'm doing is when I'm starting this, I'm following this thing. The first, actually this tutorial is available once you have downloaded it. It also has an help option there. I'll show you afterwards when I open. It gives you the tutorial also. The tutorial is divided in these chapters. The first chapter gives you the introduction of EXE. Okay. The second chapter tells you how to start an EXE authoring tool. Then the third chapter will tell you how to build a e-learning resource. The tutorial tells you all this in this. While building a resource, we have to go with two aspects. So the first one will deal with defining the properties. Means, maybe if somebody wants to search a material, okay, I am developing some material, let me say on, as I said, the osmosis itself, okay. So I want to develop a chapter, e-learning content on osmosis. So what I do, or inclusive education, or information communication technology in education, I want to develop a content material. So the first thing is, I will define the property of my material, give it a title, give a brief description so that anybody is searching. So in the web, if they go and put e-content on ICT in learning, e-content on inclusive education. So if I give my title that way, then easily it is available to people who search for it. Okay. Then the second thing which I have to do is define an outline. When we are developing a material, we will have to define the outline of my material. Let me say the main topic is ICT in education is my main topic. So what are the subsections which I would like to include in it? Maybe first I want to include the meaning of ICT. Then I would like to go for the concept and definition of ICT. Then maybe I will have to go for the different tools which I can use in ICT. Okay. And what are the advantages of ICT? What are the merits? What are the demerits or disadvantages? What are the limitations? What are the barriers when we are using ICT? What are the challenges we face? How to overcome them? So I want to include all this material when I am developing. Okay. So I will have to define that in my outline. What is the main topic? What are the sections which come under the main topic? What are the subsections which will come under that? Okay, you know, when we are developing a material, we will have to put an outline for that material. Okay, if you have especially seen this KSOU material or any self-learning instructional material, you would have seen this. They give the structure of the whole block or the whole unit before. So that structure of my unit, that structure of the content has to be given in the outline. The third section is selecting the I device. This is what is very important. This is the way we deliver the material. Okay. What is an I device in EXE? We will have to first, there are certain I devices which have been given. This I device, we can choose whether it is a quiz, whether it is a text material we are developing, that can be chosen. Okay. You are able to hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I gave you this introduction, so I will not go back to this again. I told you, that's what. Even if the teacher does not have the knowledge of sophisticated web authoring software and the skills of a web developer, even then we can develop e-content. So how do we start with? First, we go to the EXE which you have installed, and then we will have to double click on the EXE icon. Okay, that I will do. Now, these are the three things which you will have to look for when I open it. There are three panes here. The first one is called the outline pane. I'll tell you how to do it when I open. In this outline pane, I told you I give a this thing where I give the outline of the whole material which I develop. Okay, maybe the topic, the section, subsections which come under that, and the subtopics which will come under that. Let me say the block is 2. It has 4 units. So I will give unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. Under unit 1, what are the sections? 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Under 1.1 section, I have subsections 1.1.1, 1.1.2, 1.1.3. All this can be defined when I go for this outline pane. Okay, so in this outline pane, I will have to name all my my whole block and the sections which come under my block. The second pane is called the I device pane. They are located similarly like how I have shown here. The first one is the outline pane on the left part, top part which appears. I have to work with this first. Then I will have to go on for the selection of the I device pane. What are the I devices which are available? Suppose I want to give an activity, then I have to choose this first one. I want to give a case study. There is some case, I want to ask the student to study the case and give the interpretation for that case, then here. I want to give an external link for a website where maybe he wants to go to, I want him to go to Wikipedia and read about ICT. I want him to go to Wikipedia and learn about the barriers of ICT. So I can give that external website link here. Then the free text I device, where I will have to open a free text device there, like whatever I do on my MS Word, where I can type some material, I can edit that material, all that can be done in this free text I device. Okay, the whole Microsoft will open there in my EXE, I can do that there. Then images can be put, okay, all this can be put. This I will show you when I start doing. The third pane is called the authoring window. This window is where I go on developing the material. Okay, see, just see, there is an activity which is being given here. Reading activity means I give a RT. This is the instruction given for the reading activity. What is the instruction? The instruction says, read the following article from Wikipedia on e-learning. Think about how the structure and form of e-teaching differs from teaching in a conventional face-to-face situation. So the topic here which is being taught is electronic learning or e-learning. So what is the activity I am giving them? I am asking them to go to Wikipedia, giving them the URL of that and asking them to read the material there and then come back and then think about how e-teaching differs from face-to-face teaching. So this is the activity which I am giving, which I will have to author. Okay. So these are the three panes. Remember, the outline pane, the iDevice pane, and the authoring window. Okay, then I told you the outline pane. The outline pane provides the preferred hierarchical structure of the design or the content which I want to deliver. Because whatever material I develop has to be divided into different hierarchical structures like topics. Under this topic, what are the sections I will have? 1 second, I will, this thing is, I will just on the power and come. Okay. So this outline, I have to define my topic. What are the sections? How many sections? 4, 5, 6. How many sections I am dividing this topic into? Then under this section, 1.1, first section, how many units I will be giving? It is something like having a whole book which is divided into different chapters and different paragraphs or verses under this chapter again. Okay. So this is how I can establish an outset or can develop. Sometimes in the beginning itself, I can give the whole structure. I can decide and do, or as I go on developing the material, I can go on building this outline also later on. Okay. 2 ways I can build this outline. Then we have the second device I told you is the instructional device pane. That is the iDevice pane. This instructional device pane consists of a collection of elements that will describe the learning element, like something like you want to give the objectives, then you can give, you want to give the case study, you want to give a free text, all this can be done. Okay. So this learning content is compiled by selecting the iDevice from the iDevice menu and entering your learning content. So your learning content is entered in the iDevice menu. Okay. A learning resource may consist of iDevices, how many ever you want, you can put it inside that. When I'm building the resource, what I do is these steps I follow. I define the properties as soon as I open my exe. Then I define my outline. Then I select the iDevice. Okay. Then I enter the content in the iDevice. After I create, then I will save it. I will load it and I will export it into a website, or I will publish it as an ebook. So these are the steps I will follow once I start exe. Okay. First, I define my material, means I give a title to my material. Then I will define the outline of my material secondly. Then the third thing, I will select which instructional device I would like to put my content on. Whether it is a text material I want to put my content, whether it is a video I want to put my content, whether it is a YouTube video which I want to embed in with. 2 things I can do. I can just give a link, ask them to take the link, or I can take the video and embed it to here so that he can just view the video also. Okay. Whether I want to give a quiz, then I will have to select the iDevice which goes for a quiz. I want to give a multiple choice question, then I can select iDevice which gives multiple selection. Okay. So all this content I can enter when I select the iDevice. After this, I can go for the last part once the whole material is being done, or in between also I can go on saving as I go on developing. Then I can just export this material into a web page, or as a, let me say, as a document. I can put it on as an ebook web publication also. So these are the steps I will follow when I'm building the resource. How do I define the property? Now, once I open this exe, this is the window which will appear. Here in between, there are 2 things. I don't know if it's visible actually. This is authoring. This is properties. Okay. Authoring, I will have to go when I'm developing the material. First, I have to define the properties. I will do it. Here, once I open this properties, then I will slot for defining the title will appear. So I will put the title there. Okay. This is what I do first. See, the property tab allows you to record the general details about your project. Example, you can put the title, You can put the name of the author, that is your name, and you can give a brief description of your project or your e-content. This will also allow you to define the taxonomy you may prefer to describe the different components of the research. Okay. Then I will have to define an outline. How do I define an outline? See, the first thing it shows is the home. Okay. This is called the home. They use the word called node. Okay. This is the home node. This is the first page which will be displayed on the project when you export it to any web or any learning management system. This is called the parent node. Okay. And below you can start adding the nodes. They are called the child nodes. So your home, the main topic is called the parent node. Then below I go on adding the sections. They call it the child level nodes. Okay. And then you can go on adding as many as the parent node or the child level nodes also. I want to delete a node. I can delete the node also. I want to suppose I just give the node as advantages of ICT. Then I think I wanted to give it as merits of ICT. I don't want to use the word disadvantages. I want to use limitations. So I can rename also. Okay. Then I can promote and demote. How do I do it? Suppose I want it to come, I want the definitions to come before the advantages, but I have put it later. So what I can do, there are some arrows there where you can move up the content in your this thing and move down the content also. That also can be done. Or let me say I have given multiple choice question first, true and false later. Later on, when I'm going through the material, I feel true and false should be given first, then multiple choice. Match the following, I want to come above. Then I can also move that activity above and then move the other one below also. Okay, that can also be done. So this activity we will do as we start doing. Then the third thing is selecting the instructional device. Okay, these are instructional elements that will provide a framework within which we can set our content. That is, we can put our content within these instructional devices which they provide. What are the different iDevices which are there? There are three main types of iDevices. The first type is textual information. Okay, I want to give information in the form of a text. So I can go for this free text area. That is what the iDevice I can choose. Then I want to give non-interactive activities. So what are the iDevices which are there for non-interactive activities? You have this one iDevice called activity. Then case study can be a non-interactive activity where you give a case, ask them to go through the case and then think upon it and then discuss among themselves in a discussion forum. That can be done. See, then you can ask them to say what is conveyed in the story, and all this can be given. Then a reading activity can be given in non-interactive activity. Ask them to read something. After they have understood it, you can give a question and then ask them to answer the question after they have read. Okay, so this is the one thing. And then you can also give feedback also when they answer. Then for reflection activity, you can also provide a rubric where you can evaluate them. Okay, those are non-interactive. We can also have interactive activities, which is called the close activity, drop down activity, multiple choice activity. Okay, all this can be given. Then multi-select, then quiz, true false questions. These can be used. Then we have the non-textual information. If you want to give a link to another website where they will have to go and read, that also you can give. Then if there is some other file which is there as a PPT, okay, then or which is there as a PDF, you can also give a link to these PDF and PPT which the learners can access. Okay, then images you can ask them, Wikipedia articles they can go. So this also can be given. Now, I think so. These are the iDevices which are available. I think, okay. After I do all this and develop, the final thing is I have to publish whatever I have done. So this EXA learning offers the ability for users to customize their published content. Okay. There is an export facility. This allows the content to be packaged in different ways. Okay. They can be given as put on a SCOM for any learning management system. You can have your self-contained website to which you can export this material. Then you can put it as a single text file. Okay. And then you can take a printout of it as a document also, or you can publish it, e-publish it, electronic publish it as a book also. Okay. So at the end of developing, this is what we do. We save and then we export it and load it on a web page or whatever platform we want. So how do we export? That is explained here. I think now I will start again with showing you how I will be developing it. You can attempt also to do with me. Otherwise, you can just I'll do one thing here. I'm opening that exe. Okay. If you have opened, double click on that exe, this is what appears first. You are able to view my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, madam.
First, we have to select the language. Okay. See here, there are many languages available. It can be French and all that. I want to choose English as my language. So I will choose English. After this, I will have to save this. This is the first step. Choose the language in which you want to develop the digital content you are developing. I want to develop the content in English. So I choose my language as English. This is my preference. This automatically opens once you start exe. Double click on it, this window will open. Save this first. So I give save. Okay. Now, after I have saved the language, this exe learning authoring tool will open for me. Okay. This is how it looks. In my PPT, I showed you there are three important panes. One is this outline pane. Okay. Here is where I develop. Okay. This is what is the outline pane. In this outline pane, just see the file. I will just show you the features first. Okay. See, you want to open a new file. If you have already one already existing, you can give this open. Okay. I told you exporting. This is what is saving. Okay. You can save it. Then you have export. I told you once you complete developing it, you can export it and then save it either in a website or as a single page or as e-publication book or as a SCORM where you can put this directly into a learning management system like MOOC. Then into any learning management system, you can export it. Okay. You can also print it. Okay. This is quit. That is, you come out of it afterwards. This is what is existing. Then I have the tools. This is the preview. Okay. Once I have developed, I can view a preview of how my material can be seen by the student once I publish it. Okay. This is that. And this is the outline pane. When I come to the outline pane, you see three things here: add page, delete, rename. Okay. So I want to name, this is home, means I want to give the title. Okay. So that can be done. I'll show how it will be done. So this is the outline pane where I define the outline of my whole course. How I have hierarchically divided my topics into different sections and subsections. That I will do it here. Coming to the next pane, that is the iDevices pane. I told you there is a text and task pane. Then the interactive activities pane. Interactive activities, how many activities are there? You see, close activities there, drop down activity you can give. Then the GeoGebra activity, interactive video, multiple choice you can give. The SCORM quiz you can give. You can give a scrambled list, means you give a list of something which has to be arranged in hierarchy in a serial order. You can just scramble it and put it. Ask the student to, suppose, let me take the example of English. Okay, I want to say that, let me say, in present tense or past tense, I want, let me say, Ratna wants to sit on a chair. So this has to come in a serial order. But I can put these words in a scrambled order. I can say chair first, sit next, Ratna next. I can put it in there. Then I can ask the student to put the scrambled list of words in an order so that it can form a sentence. Okay. So the correct answer I can give afterwards and give a feedback also. So that can be done when I go for a scrambled list. Okay. Then true or false question I can give. Okay. So this I can give when I come to interactive activities. And some other contents of non-interactive activity also can be given. Okay. So this is the pane which is called the iDevices pane. Okay. The third pane I told you is the authoring pane. This pane or this window is where, see here, click on the elements of the left panel to add the content. This is where I go on adding the content. Okay. Now, before starting all this, this is the content pane where I do the authoring. I want to define the properties of my whole tool. So what I do, I go to properties here. You just see what has opened now. The property, because I have chosen English, it is showing that whatever material I am developing is in English. I give the title. Okay. Now what, let me say I want to develop some material on ICT, let us say. So I give the title as Information and Communication Technology in Education. This is my title. Okay. So anybody will go on searching for this title. This authoring tool may open for them in their websites. Okay. Maybe in Google, wherever I publish it. Then language, I want to give a general description of my whole content. What is the general description I want to give? Maybe I want to say who can refer this. Okay. Which level of students? I can say this digital content is or can be referred by, let me say, teacher educators, okay, to develop e-content material using EXE authoring tool. Okay, so this is a brief description which I can give about the content which I am developing. I want to give the author's name. Who is the author? Let me say somebody, Ratna, whatever. I want my name, I can give my name. Okay, so name of the author. This will appear on the top page or the title page of your home page of your content which you have developed. Okay. Now this is what is called the licensing. If you heard of Creative Commons, anybody who has heard of this Creative Commons licensing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Under Creative Commons license, yes, there are different types of licensing which you can give to your content. Suppose I want a copyright of this. Means if anybody is using my content, then I want them to pay for me and then use. So then I can go for a copyright. Okay. Or I want to give it under Creative Commons. I want to make it in a public domain. Means they can use it freely as they want. They can even replicate the material. They can change the material. Okay. I can give that option. But under this EXE, the Creative Commons attribution here is, see here, the property license. We know this is an intellectual property which I'm putting on the web, okay, making it available to the public. So I want to give what type of licensing I am giving. I can choose the proprietary license, means they have to pay only and use. Without my permission, they cannot use. I can go for a free software license and all that, okay. Here I come to this intellectual property license. Okay, public domain means it's in public domain. Anybody can use it as they want. Okay, then this Creative Commons attribution. What is this Creative Commons attribution? It is CC, where if they use it, they have to give my name and say that they have to give an attribution to me and say that I have referred to so and so material authored by so and so. Okay, that attribution should be given if I give this license. There is another license, CC/AC/ND. That is Creative Commons attribution non-derived work. Okay, means it is under Creative Commons licensing. They have to give an attribution, but should not take out any material from here. If I give this license, they can only refer. They should not take out anything. Then this is Creative Commons attribution non-derivative, non-commercial. Means if I give this license, choose this license, they can have to give an attribution to me, and then they should not change anything here. Okay, they should use it as it is, and then it is for only non-commercial purpose. Means they should not make any commercial benefits out of this. If it is for non-commercial purpose, they can take it. Okay, then, but I have chosen this one, that is Creative Contribution Attribution Share Alike. Means I have given this type of license where if they use it, okay, if they want to use it for their teaching somewhere, give it to their students, they can do it. But they have to give an attribution, give a reference that it is developed by me and they have referred. Okay, but share alike. What I am saying is, don't make any changes in this. I am not giving permission for that. I am giving you permission to share it, but share it as it is. Don't make any changes in this. This is what is the CC/AC/SA. Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike License. This is what I have chosen. Okay. Now I want to make changes in this, then I can go for reset. Okay, I want to remove it, I can go for clearing this and type it again. I want to make a change. Or I want to save it as it is, I can go here and I can save this material. See, the whole settings has been saved now. So whenever my title page appears, whatever information I have put here will appear on my title page. The title I have given will appear. The language, if the content is developed, will come. Then the general description which I have given will come. My author's name, what type of license it is, all this will come. So I will save this and then I will move on to the content part of the authoring, because the whole properties I have defined. This is the first introductory part of my content I have developed. Anybody wants to view it, first we'll view because you just see if I want to refer a book. Do I just go inside and see what the book is authoring? I first look at the home page or the face of the book, where the title will be given, the author will be given. Many times I will choose based on the title. Sometimes after seeing the title, I'll see, okay, who is the author? We prefer some authors, okay? So this is the property of the, it will come. Next, I go on to actual development of the content. See, this is the view of the content page. Before actually going on to the content, I want to define my outline. So this is the outline. This is the home. Means what is the main topic? It is information and communication technology. Okay. So I want to name it. What is named here is home. I give the option rename. See, this is the node. I told you it is given as the parent node and the child node. Parent node is the main topic. The child nodes which will come add later on are called the sections or the subsections which we want to create. Now the first home node which I am giving, the title is Information Communication Technology. Okay. Information and communication. Don't worry about the spelling. Communication technology in education. Okay, just see. You saw the topic here changed. Okay. Now under this, I want to create sections. What is the first section I want to add? I want to add meaning of information communication technology. Okay. So I go here, give add page. You just saw here. So under information communication technology, I want to give a topic. Okay. What is the topic? I again go for naming it. What is the name I want to give? I rename it. What is the name? Meaning. Meaning of ICT. Okay. So you just saw the outline here. So information and communication technology. Under that, I have meaning of ICT. Okay. Now, after meaning, I want to create another node or a section, not a subsection of meaning, instead a section of ICT itself, that is advantages of ICT. So I go to this, add another page. So you're seeing here. So this is meaning of ICT, first one. The second one I want is I rename it as advantages and limitations of ICT. Yes. Okay. Now let me say under meaning, I want a subsection, concept and definitions. So I go with meaning of ICT becomes my parent node now. I want to add a subsection here. I will give add page. You see, I had two sections under ICT, meaning and advantages. Under meaning, I want another subsection. That is, I want two subsections here. So I go with add another page. See, there are two subsections under meaning. The first subsection I want is the concept. So I rename it as concept of ICT. Okay. See, then the other section which I want is definitions of ICT. I rename this section also definitions of ICT. Okay. See, this is the outline I am first creating. This outline I can create before I start developing the content itself, or even after I have developed the content, I feel there should be a rearrangement or reorganization, or I feel that I may have to add some more or remove something from here, move something from there. I can do that with the help of these arrows here. Just see this one. This definitions of ICT, I want to promote it in the hierarchy. So I give this, see, instead of being a subsection, it became a main section of ICT itself here. Okay. I wanted to move back to that. I give this. Or suppose I want definitions to come first and then concept to come later. Then I can go with this arrow. I move this node up. See, definitions came first, then concept has come. No, I again don't want. I want concept to be explained first and then only definitions. So I can move this below also. Okay. Now, before I want to give this meaning of ICT, I want to give a brief introduction. I can add that node also in between. Okay. So this is how we create this outline of the whole content which we develop. This is the first thing we do. Okay. Next, I told you, now I want to put the material. Now, under this information communication technology, I want to give a brief introduction. How do I give a brief introduction? Normally, first we give a textual material for the student to read, where I will briefly give or motivate. How do we give an introduction? What is the purpose of giving an introduction? The purpose is to motivate the student to read the whole material or create a curiosity in the child and say that this will be very useful for you if you read the whole thing. That is how we give an introduction, right? So maybe I want to give an incident and give an introduction. So let me say I will be choosing 2 case studies to give an introduction. What is the case study? There is one teacher who is using ICT and doing a class. I will describe another teacher who is not at all using ICT and just giving a chalk and talk method. Okay. And then I will show how students are motivated if ICT is being used. Maybe I want to give that description in a textual form. So I go for the text. I introduce a text. Okay. Just see, I click on this. See, this device has been introduced here. What is the title I want to give? I want to give the title Introduction to ICT. Okay. Then I want to type this thing. You see this menu bar. This is showing as it shows to you in MS Word. Whatever you do in MS Word can be done here also. Okay. Just see here. Let me say I want to give an introduction. For an introduction, I want to give a case study or an incident. So I say, Anita is a teacher who is teaching science. Okay. So how does she start the lesson? She first, whenever she starts a lesson, she introduces with a video. Okay. Then another teacher, Sushma maybe, asks some questions and starts her lesson. Okay, like this. So I want to give an introduction where I want to compare 2 teachers and then see show that a teacher who is using ICT is a more effective teacher. I give that introduction that way. Okay. So this is how we, or if there is something which is already typed in your MS Word which is there, you can just go to the file, copy that from there and then come and paste it here also. That can also be done, or you can directly type it here also. So this is the textual format which I am doing. See here, it is showing a warning that you have been working for a long time without saving. Do you want to save now? Okay. You can save it now itself, or you can save it later. Okay, I just cancel this because I want to save it later. Now, see, after this, if I want to give a feedback, it is optional, I can give, or see, I don't want this. I want to remove this activity. I go here. These marks icons are there after every activity. So I do give this, it will be deleted. If I go for this, I can do some undo whatever edition I have made, but I give done. Once I give done, this is saved. See, done. See, this introduction to ICT. Now, whatever I have typed is already there. I want to edit or I want to remove it. If I will go with this, if I want to delete, I want to edit, I will press on this. It again opens where I edit again and I can continue. Okay. So I am done with this. I finished this. After an introduction, I want to give the meaning of ICT. Okay. So how do I give the meaning of ICT? I press this node. So this has opened now. Here, I want to introduce a video, let me say. Okay. So I go to the taskbar. What the student should do? Okay. I give a activity for them. What is it? I give the estimated duration. Maybe you will have to take 5 minutes for this. For how much time that text should be displayed there? Maybe for another 10 minutes, because some of them may take more time. And how many participants, you can give the number also here. Okay. And then grouping also you can do. Okay. So what are the tasks that the learner should complete? Suppose I want the learner to view a YouTube video and then come back here and answer my questions. So what I do, I copy the URL. When I was doing my PPT, if you have observed, I copied the URL of OLabs. Okay. So directly when I clicked the URL, it went to the website and it opened the OLabs this thing for me also, window for me. So I can do that. Whatever URL I want, or I can type also something like HTTPS. Okay. Then something like this. And then I want OLabs to be opened. OLabs here. Okay. If this is a proper URL for any website, then if they come and click here on this, they will directly go to the YouTube video which we want to show them, and they can view it also. And then after that, I want to give an activity once they have learned the meaning of ICT, the definitions of ICT I want to give. Okay. Definitions can be given in a textual form. So I give the here description, definitions of ICT, then what is ICT and according to, okay, according to, let me say somebody like, I don't know, I just give a name, Kerlinger. What is the definition he has given? ICT is the use of, okay, modern information and communication technologies or gadgets, okay, of different, let me say, whatever definition I want to give on ICT, I can just type, and then I can say done with it. Okay. So this is added. After this, if they know that, I want to check, evaluate whether they know this. So I want to give a multiple choice question. So I go for, let me say there is an interactive video here, you see. I want them to view a video. Okay. So I give the title of this video here, which says video on definitions of ICT. I myself can prepare video through different tools which are available, like the presentations tube. So there are many videos available like Screencastify. I can use these tools, prepare my own video and also upload it here. Or some YouTube video I want, I can do it. See here, there is a chat. I want to choose YouTube, I can choose YouTube. Okay. So there's an example here of a URL, you see. So the URL can be typed here, like HTTPS. Okay. So this one, for example, this is being given. See, I can just go to the YouTube, copy it and paste it here also. Okay. So when the student wants to see it, he just comes to this URL. Okay. I will show you how it will appear to the student after I finish. He will just click on this link. When he is going through, that YouTube video will open here. Okay. And any interaction I want here, I can choose the editor, this thing. And then I can add whatever interaction I want to have during the video also, and I can choose the time at which I can ask a question and all that. Okay. So I am done with this activity. So I give done. Okay. So you see, under ICT, definition of ICT is added in the beginning. That is the Word file which I gave. Then after that, I have given a video on the definitions of ICT, which I took from some YouTube. Okay. That also is being shown here, video on definitions of ICT that can open. Okay. Then I want to evaluate the student based on what he has learned about the meaning of ICT. So what I do, I give a multi-select question. Okay. Now, this iDevice of multi-select has opened. The question has to be typed here. Okay. First, I choose the question. What can the question be for a multiple choice? Okay. The abbreviation ICT refers to. So what is the abbreviation ICT referring to? I want to give. Okay. So the first answer I want to give is, the first option is instead of information communication, I say instruction. Instruction and communication technology. Is it the right answer? No, this is not the right answer. So see here, it is not a right answer. So I will not click here. Okay. I go for another option. I add another option. Add another option. Okay. See here, a window has opened for me to choose another option. I give the right answer here. It is information and communication technology. I have to give another choice now. So I say add another option. The other option I have added. So again, I have to give a wrong answer here. The wrong answer is instead of communication, I will say collaboration. Information and collaboration technology. Okay. Is this the right answer? This is not the right answer. So which is the right answer here? Information communication technology is the right answer. So I choose this. So whenever the student answers only ICT, it should show that it is a correct answer. Okay. After this, I want to give a feedback. What is the feedback? If they choose this option, I should say, if they choose this option, the feedback will be, no, this is the wrong answer. Okay. Go through the information again. Let me type it. Okay. This answer is wrong. Okay. Go through the YouTube video again. This is the feedback I've given him. Okay. So, see, whatever I do in Word file can be done here also. Okay. Now, I have the right answer. Where is the right answer? This right answer is here. Okay. So I have chosen this. Okay. I want to add another question. This is the first question. I want to add another question. I can go on with like this. Okay. So here I say done. So this will be over. I give a done here. See now, I have definition of ICT. I have video on ICT where I have given a URL. Then I have given a multiple choice question here. The question here is appearing like this. What is it? The abbreviation of ICT refers to instruction communication technology. Information is okay. Then show feedback also is there. This is the activity I have given. Now I will show you another one, that is I told you the scrambled list. See here, I can give here, okay, title for this. I can give instructions. What are the instructions? I can say sequence the terms given below in a sequential order. Okay, I can put the elements. Let me say I want some different digital tools. I will take the devices here only. Now, what is the order in which they are appearing here? I want them to choose that way. Okay, so I will first give interactive video. This is coming fourth. So next time they are choosing, they have to choose close activity first, drop down activity. So they have to put it in an order, but I'm just scrambling it and putting. I put multi-select first. Or let me say, I told you one statement which has to be put in an order. ICT is makes teaching effective is my statement. Let me say, I put effective first, then ICT, then teaching. What the student has to do is, he has to put this in an order. ICT makes teaching effective. This is the statement he has to put. So what he has to do is, this ICT should come first, makes should come second, teaching third, then effective fourth, if he has to make a proper statement. Okay, so this is the scrambled list which we can give for this thing. I can give a feedback for correct answer, right, or for the wrong answer. Sorry, the right answer is, I can give the right answer here. What is the right answer? ICT makes teaching. This is the right answer. So I am done with this. I give done. Okay. So just see how the material is appearing now. First, I went with definition. Then I went with video. Then the multiple choice item I have given. Then I've given a scrambled list for them to see. These are the 4 words I have given. I have given an instruction, sequence the terms given below in a sequential order to form a statement. Okay. So that I want, see, I have not given to form a statement. I want to edit it. So I go back again. See, here I can edit again to form a statement. Okay. Now I give done. See, now that change would have been made here. See, sequence the terms given below in a sequential order to form a statement here. Okay. So all this is coming under one node, that is the definitions of ICT node. Now I want to move on to advantages and limitations of ICT. It is a different parent node. So I go here. See, now that old mode went off. Now I go to definitions, it will open. I go to concept of ICT teaching, or I want to give an introduction, that will open there. I had given a task and all that. Okay, I want to add advantages and limitations. So here I want to give a text form. The title is, they have to read the advantages of ICT. What is the text? The following are the advantages of ICT. I go on naming 1, 2, okay. I can go on naming the advantages, and then I can be done with it. So this is the material, advantages of ICT I have created. I want to add one more material here. So I go for this pane, iDevice pane. I give disadvantages of ICT or limitations of ICT. Limitations of ICT. Again here, I can say the limitations are as follows. Okay, I can again go on naming 1, 2, all this. Then if I am done with this activity, I say yes, I am done with this activity. Okay. See, advantages of ICT has come first. Then I have limitations of ICT 1, 2. If I type, that will also appear here. Okay. Now I want to give a rubric, let me say, as you asked in the beginning. Or a true or false question. Okay. So instructions to the student. I can say,
Sheela madam,
sir.
due to the interruption, kindly conclude the session, madam. We are running short of the time.
Okay, sir. Now with all this, whatever I have added, I will first show you how to save it. This is being done. So I go to file here, and then I want to view a preview, let me say. I go to the tools here, I give a preview. This shows to me how this appears to the student. So this is the student view. See, he wants to read about information technology. The introduction I have given is appearing here. He wants to move to the next node, the next section, meaning of ICT. I click, the student clicks here, this will appear. If he wants to go read about definitions, he goes and clicks here. Then he has this definitions given, the video which I have given, then the scrambled list for evaluation which he has to do. Okay, all this will multiple choice, which see now students will click the correct answer also. Then show the feedback. Okay, it will show which is correct that way. Then similarly like this, I will show, then want to read the advantages and limitations he wants to read. Then he will click here on the outline here, advantages, limitations. The advantages will open and limitations will open. True and false question which I had given, that question also will open. Okay. Now this is just an introduction given to you. Now I close the preview. I go to file. I want to save this. Okay. I give save as. Where do I want it to be saved? I will choose, I want it in my desktop. So I give the desktop. Okay. Then the name I give is ICT. Okay. It is a exe package file. I will save it. Saving the package. See, this package is being saved to my desktop. This will appear in my desktop now with the exe symbol. Okay. I want to export it and publish it. I go to file, I go to export. See here. I want it as a website, or do I want it as a single page where I can take a printout of it, or whether I want it to be integrated in a learning management system, I can go here, or I want it as a e-publication book, I can do this. Okay, I can also go for a website exporting also. For this, I will have to have internet connection always whenever I'm doing this. Okay. So this is just a brief introduction of this EXE learning material. You can try it out. Okay. I think with this, we are, as Dr. Praveen sir is indicating, we are running out of time. So I will just close this now. So while ending, it is asking me whether you want to leave the page. Yes, I want to leave the page. I'll just leave it. Okay. Okay. Now I've just introduced this EXE learning to you. It's up to you to just explore it. Okay, and you can also add more iDevices also if you want. You have an option to create your more iDevices and use also. So any questions you have, we will just conclude with 1 or 2 questions also.
No
Useful
questions, madam.
information, madam.
Yeah, I think it's Dr.
Very
Yashoda, right?
thanks,
Yeah,
madam.
yeah.
Yes, madam. Very useful information, madam.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually,
You can.
we know about